say so, and I'm back with another video. Before we get to it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out the description box, follow my channels, hit the like button because we are on the road to 100K. More people like button, the faster we can get there. Now, bruh, this video right here, why would you want to do such a thing, bruh? We all know these are people that you do not put the emphasis on, do not play with, bro. Let's get this video though.
At 17 years old, Juan Luis was the envy of every boy his age. He was famous, attended exclusive parties, and even had celebrity friends. He was living the high life until one day he made a terrible mistake. He made this video as a joke, but the person he was talking about apparently did not think it was funny. This is the case of the 17-year-old YouTuber who got killed after bullying the Mexican Mafia.
Bullying one in
Juan Luis Lugones Rusolas was born into a dysfunctional family in the state of Sinaloa, Mexico. He did not know his dad growing up, and his mom abandoned him when he was still a little boy. He ended up being raised by his grandmother, who tried to provide him with basic things, but when he was 15, he dropped out of school and ran away from home to start another life in a town called Caloocan. He adapted to this new town pretty well and was making a living out of washing people's cars, until one day someone posted a video of him chugging a bottle of vodka until he passed out. The video went viral, and he became an internet sensation, often posting videos of himself partying and drinking himself into oblivion. He became known as El Pietre de Culiacan, which translated to the Pirate of Culiacan, as he started getting followers on social media who enjoyed watching his videos. By the time he turned 17, the teen had hundreds of thousands of followers on his Instagram and over 1 million followers on Facebook. This newfound fame got him spots on music videos, exclusive parties, and promotional events. This also increased his fame and added to his heavy drinking and crazy antics as he tried to keep his social media followers entertained. Despite the drinking age in Mexico being 18 years, the teen drank without a care in the world, and anyone who met him thought that he was actually older than he really was. He tried making himself appear older by tattooing his arms and drawing a beard on his chin. He also posted pictures posing with high-caliber guns, half-naked women, and luxury cars. In the summer of 2017, Juan Luis was arrested for underage drinking, but was only held for a short while before he was released. In an interview with a local radio host, the teen reportedly admitted to having a problem with drinking, saying that he would sometimes go too far. He said that he knew he needed to control his drinking so that he could pursue his music career, and that he had even signed a contract with a music label. At the end of the interview, the host wished him the best with his career, encouraging him to get a grip on the partying so that he can last many years. Sadly, the teen didn't listen to that advice, and it soon cost him his life. In December 2017, Juan Luis was in the middle of one of his drunken antics when he decided to do something extremely stupid. Record a video insulting Nimasayo Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, the leader of the new generation.
Hey, I done done some reaction videos on him, bruh. Y'all know, hey, even though we started this channel back over, hey, we know who that is. And bro, it's not no joke, bruh.
Cartel of Jalisco. Despite being relatively new, this cartel is known as the fastest growing, most violent, and the second most powerful crime syndicate in the entire nation of Mexico. The first one is the Sinaloa cartel, which was run by one of the infamous crime lords, El Chapo. I mean, this group even has its own version of the SWAT team, and they're not afraid to do anything to protect their interests, including shooting down a military helicopter with a rocket-propelled grenade and killing 6 soldiers in the process. They've also ambushed and killed 15 police officers while seriously injuring 5 others, and sent a mutilated head of a pig to an attorney general to intimidate. And like that's not enough, they've been linked to thousands of murders in Mexico, including what came to be known as the Veracruz massacre, where authorities found dozens of dead bodies dumped under a bridge of the coastal city of Veracruz.
35 bodies dumped underneath a bridge in eastern Mexico. Veracruz was a quiet port city. Now dead men and women are dumped near shopping centres. Local authorities are confident that the bodies are connected to organised crime, level 7 initially identified by the police had a criminal record. Some showed signs of torture.
Since its inception, the cartel has been involved in the death of judges, prosecutors, politicians, journalists, and ordinary citizens. They're said to be responsible for 1/3 of the illegal substances found in the US and are also involved in extortion, trafficking, kidnapping, and arms dealing. Being the leader of the group, El Mencho has become one of the most wanted people in both the US and Mexico, with the US government even offering a reward of $10 million to anyone with information that would help in his arrest.
Tonight, the DEA is offering $10 million for information leading to the arrest of the Mexican kingpin known as El Mencho. He's blamed for a flood of narcotics into the U.S.
The Mexican government has also offered a bounty of around $1.5 million for his arrest. Ironically, before he became a crime boss, El Mencho was actually a police officer and worked in the force for quite a while. He had also lived in the U.S. for quite some time before he was arrested for narcotic charges and deported back to Mexico. Now his cartel is said to be responsible for many of the deaths happening in both the US and Mexico.
He's the one that's responsible for sending the poison that's actually killing innocent women and kids. So what happens when someone's child dies? You know, good chance it probably came from this organization.
So clearly this is not the kind of person that you would want to be messing with.
Him.
One person would even say about him,
"This is a guy who'll execute your whole family based on not much more than a rumor. He just has zero regard for human life."
And yet for some reason, Juan Luis decided to insult him and then went ahead and posted the video on social media saying, when you translate it to English, he's basically saying, El Mencho, suck my dick. Now, in normal circumstances, this would have passed as just another one of his crazy stunts and would have probably gotten him several likes and more followers. But as it turned out, this was different, and he had unknowingly signed his own death warrant.
You're too famous to be doing that, bruh.
On Monday,
That's like, look, if somebody, you know, not saying you should go try it, but somebody regular, no major influence, no major, social media accounts or whatever, regular. You said it, nobody will probably even see it. You're somebody famous. Famous like they famous. And you think you finna say this and nobody's gonna see it. And boy, he was reckless for that one.
December 18th, 2017, weeks after posting the video mocking the cartel boss, the teen made yet another huge mistake. He posted on social media telling his followers that he would be at a certain bar in Jalisco and that they should meet him there for some drinks. Around 11 p.m., as the teen was having fun with his friends, a group of 4 men stormed into the bar, open-fired at the table where the 17-year-old was sitting, riddling his body with at least 15 bullets. The youngster died on the spot, with authorities later saying that they could only identify him through his tattoos. Although Juan Luis was certainly the target, a 25-year-old bar attendant was also hit by a bullet and ended up dying in the hospital. Even though there were speculations that El Mencho was the one behind the killing, the killers were never identified, and so no arrests were made. The news of the teen's death caused a lot of mixed reactions on social media, with some people saying that he should have known better than to disrespect a cartel boss, while others were a little more sympathetic. One of his friends, named Beto Sierra, who's also an Instagram star, remembered the teen as cheerful, positive, and a fun person to be around. One of the artists who had featured the teen in his music videos said, "There are a lot of people who criticize him, but the truth is, that's why El Pirata got started. Everyone in their own way tries to find a way to get ahead." 4 days after the incident, a reporter at Univision wrote an article titled "The Poisoned Fame of El Pirata," in which he talked about how the teen lived carelessly on social media, saying, "He opted to make a career as a broken toy of cyberspace, a path he carved out drink by drink, and that left him with enemies of flesh and blood." Now, after the horrible thing that happened to Juan Luis, you'd think that no one would dare risk their life by insulting a crime boss again, but you'd be wrong. Just a few years after this incident, another teen decided to make himself famous by posting a video on TikTok going after none other than, yeah, you guessed it, El Mencho.
He wanted. Whatever consequence he got, he wanted that.
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. A mí me La verga el Mencho, aquí si nomás se los digo puro 420, yo no me duermo como el pirata o el chanito de Culiacán. Yo soy inmortal, yo soy intocable y yo soy un pato con el diablo, cabrón. Así que si no sabes de mí, de existencia, yo te vine a mandar fuego, Mencho. Así que a mí no me da miedo decir esto, cabrón. Yo lo digo fuera en cámaras o aquí, cabrón. Así que a mí me la madre el Mencho.
Now, I don't know what to call this, whether it's stupidity, ignorance, or just plain recklessness, but whatever it is, the teen at least had time to reflect and think about his behavior and later post an apology, saying that he did not mean what he said and he had mental problems.
Para el señor Mencho, pido disculpas, lo que dije no estaba bien, no estaba consciente de lo que estaba diciendo, estaba mal. Ese día amanecí bien pendejo. No me di las consecuencias, me dejé llevar por los seguidores y pido disculpas, se te quiere, a ti, a tu familia. Y Mencho, no me mates, cabrón. Yo tengo familia así como usted y pido mis disculpas. Aquí todos cometemos errores y pues Dios está viendo todo eso, así que pido disculpas porque la verdad no sé lo que estaba haciendo. Todos cometemos errores y yo tengo problemas psicológicos, así que acuérdese, señor, que se le quiere.
The account that posted this video was later kept private, but I do hope that the apology worked and that the teen is safe wherever he is.
That's wild, bro. He had to
What do you think about this case?
Bro, I had to make an apology video, bro. Like, bro, I woke up on some dumb stuff, bro. Please don't do nothing to me. Bro, people, do not be out here testing your life, bro. Playing with anybody. I don't care who they are, because you never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what somebody's really, really capable of. You press that the wrong person too far, hey, hit the like button.